Okay, so this is a little explanation video showing how these new connectors that are used on most modern petrol and diesel engine BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Audi. This is the most common connector now used for installing tuning kits on any of these models. Some customers have had a problem with installing them because unfortunately this connector is designed and made by Bosch themselves, but the design is not particularly good in that it's quite easy to reverse the polarity of the plug. In other words, the plug, instead of, as it should have been designed, only able to go on in one direction, can actually go on with the orientation reversed. So it takes a small amount of extra effort, but it will push in upside down. If you look inside, this is the male connector. You'll see the outside of the plugs is oval, but the inside part is a D shape. It has a flat side on one side, and it's hard to see in the light, but the female is actually the same. It's oval on the outside, but if you look inside the plug, you'll see that there's a flat side also on this inside. When you're pushing these together, you must make sure that the two flat sides meet. This is it with the two flat sides not meeting. It looks as if it won't go together, but not much of a push, and it will actually push together. This is the correct way. You can see that it goes together much more freely, it comes apart much more freely, but it is possible to connect it in the wrong way. The problem is, from the factory, these connectors, this one can be orientated 180 degrees. So on some applications you may have two of the sensors which go together like this, with the block on the top of that plug pointing upwards and the block on this plug pointing downwards. But on other applications, because of the factory orientation of the plug, you may get it that both of the connectors are like this. So the most important thing is, regardless of the outside of the plug, ignore that. The important part is that the inside, the flat edge, this is the most important part, the flat edge on the male must match with the flat edge on the female. Otherwise, when you plug it together, if it's the wrong orientation, you've got your polarity of your plug reversed from one side to the other, and you'll immediately get an engine check light. So most important to check these. You can see that unlike the older Bosch plugs, these have a clip on each side, so it's very confusing on which way it's to go. The only 100% surefire way is to match the flat edges up. If you do that, it'll be correct every time.